Yes. Yes. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And on today's show, we're going to get into the Phoenix real estate market for June. That is right, June of 2021. Once again, I am Victor Huerta, local real estate agent here. And the Phoenix real estate market, it's got this clown face on us right now. Let me just adjust the lighting here a little bit. There we go. It's got this clown face effect going on, and we don't know which way the market is going to go. But I actually have some great data that I want to give to you guys for free, like we always do at the Real Estate Phoenix Connect here. So with that being said, there's a lot of misconceptions of what's going on in the Phoenix real estate market, and I want to clear all this stuff out because there's a lot of junk out there right now. Okay, there's a lot of stuff on the news. Housing market crash, the Phoenix real estate market bubble, the Phoenix real estate market is going to crash, wait to buy a house from the Phoenix real estate market. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I could just say Phoenix real estate market, Phoenix real estate market, Phoenix real estate market like 3 times. So with that being said, let's bring in the data, right? That's what you guys are here for. Let's bring in the data right now. So as you can see on the screen, we're going to talk about, this is the June 2021 update, okay? So what's the 411? Well, we're going to cover a lot of stuff. As you know, I just like to give you all the information for free so you can make a sound decision when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. With that being said, don't forget to click the like button, the subscribe button, so you guys can get notified when I drop the latest video. So we're going to do active homes for sale. Okay, right now we have 4,782 homes for sale. That is negative 54.8%. Now we're comparing June 2021 to June of 2020. Okay, so we're comparing it from last year. Now, this is the amount of homes for sale. I just checked it like an hour ago, looking for some homes for my clients. So I put this PDF, this presentation for you guys so you guys can see what's going on. So we are minus 54.8%. Okay, compared to last June. Okay, now this is Maricopa and Pinal County. I'm going to go into some more in-depth stuff here, so just bear with me. Homes under contract, 12,264. That is a negative 9.2%. And wouldn't you agree that's kind of a number like you're like, well, what's going on here? Well, we do have a summer slowdown happening right now, which is very, very interesting. But I'm going to touch base on this as well. Okay, hold up a little bit. Okay, don't let the clown Phoenix real estate face get you yet. Okay, we got some interesting information and some interesting data. Okay, good stuff from the Crawford Report. Tina Tamborn, love you. Love you almost as much as my wife, but I love my wife more. Anyways, median sales price, $390,000. That is up 32.2%, my friends, and it just continues to go up. We don't see any kind of slowdown right now, to be honest with you, and I'm going to get into all those details as well. Total monthly closed sales, 10,184. That is up 38.9%. So you can see the numbers. They keep on increasing. There's a slight little change going on, but nothing really too significant for you to be worried about or to be scared about. Listing success rate. If you're going to put your house on the market, you got a 92.2% chance of selling your house. And of course, we still have those fillers out there. People who are asking for overprice, are asking a lot more money when their house is worth right now. And I'm seeing this in certain cities and certain areas. So be aware if you're house hunting on what's going on with the market. Right now is the time to make sure you get an agent who knows what they're doing so they can look at the market so you don't pay over a lot of money for getting that house, because we're seeing a little shift in some cities. Okay, months of supply, 0.5 months. So what this means is we're still high seller's market, okay, period. So, and the clouds are messing up my sunlight here. Sorry. So 0.5 months. Let's get back to what I was talking about. 0.5 months. This means that at the active rate of home selling, if we continue this rate, we would sell out of homes in half a month, okay? So typically 0 to 3 is a seller's market. 3 to 6, when you get to that 6-month mark, is kind of a seller's / balance market. 6 is the balance market line, and anything above 6 is a buyer's market. So we are still a high seller's market, as you can see there. So if you own a house, congratulations. If you're selling a house, congratulations. If you're buying a house, we'll leave that for the next episode. So let's get into seller bonuses, my friends. Seller bonuses. So number one, no signs of a housing crash this year or in 2022. Okay. And we are going to see the market continue to rise for 16 more months. So if you're a seller, okay, I'm going to give you this little hint. You always want to be making your moves when you're buying a house in a seller's market. You never want to do it on a buyer's market, and I'll touch base on that as well. Okay. The summer slowdown is here. Okay. And the reason why I say that, and Tina Tambor from the Crawford Report kind of points it out too, is I'm seeing this on the MLS, is there's a lot of things that are reopening. Okay, you got to think about last year, this time frame, everybody was at home, right? So we had no homes on the market. It was very, very difficult. Everybody was staying home. Well, now people are out, right? They're taking vacations, they're traveling, they're doing stuff with their children, they're going out and doing stuff. So the Phoenix real estate market usually slows down in the summer, and we're seeing a slight sign of that this year compared to last year, okay, because of the shutdowns. So just remember that. Right now, sellers are still receiving multiple offers. Okay, I am still writing good, solid contracts, and I'm still checking with agents to make sure they're still receiving multiple offers. But what I am seeing right now as a seller is you need to price your house a little bit more correctly with the market, because I am seeing a lot of price reductions in certain cities. And I'm seeing homes actually go through the weekends now when not receiving offers. It's due to the summer, and it's due to the market changing a little bit. Okay, not a lot, a bit, a little bit. The little clown face there. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about the forbearance. Well, it's been pushed out one more month. Okay, so we're not going to see. I was trying to find the data on Black Knight. They just give you the overall data, but I'm trying to get the local data here for Arizona. It's very hard and difficult to find that data. So with that being said, is you can go look at Black Knight. Just Google Black Knight. You can find a lot of information on the forbearance programs that's happening. But locally, I'm not going to see that data until those forbearance plans finish and they turn it into pre-foreclosure. Okay, then we can screw up the tax records. I'm pretty sure where I get my data, they'll have the data for us. So for right now, I don't know the specific number or amount that's going to happen here in Maricopa County and Pinal, but I don't think it's going to be that much, to be honest with you. Overall, I think it's like 20.2 million homes that are in forbearance, but a lot of people are selling them before those plans expire. Here it is, number 5. Still sellers bonuses. Homeowners in forbearance. I forgot the E. Is 16 to 20% have sold their home already. So think about this: is people have a lot of equity. If you think back in the market crash in 2008, we had a lot of those funny loans, right? Those ninja loans. No income, no job verification, no nothing. Well, right now we have a lot of streamlined 30-year fixed interest rates loans, right? 30 years. So as the market has appreciated and the forbearance program came into effect when the jab came on, a lot of people have equity. So they're selling their properties, they're unloading, and they're taking that cash and either going renting and then going to come back in the market. So a lot of people have already sold their house. Seller bonus number 6. We will get more supply, okay? But we have to see how it affects our market. Like I said, I scrubbed everywhere to try to find the specific number of forbearance programs in Maricopa County and Pinal, but I couldn't find that data. Maybe somebody else here can find the data. If you do, I would love to see the link and comment below, and then let me know where you found it. One suggestion is Black Knight. I actually look at that data, and it's just an overall worldwide data. We won't see that trickle in until the tax records change them into pre-foreclosure. Okay. Number 7, sellers need to know that the market and start thinking about pricing your home correctly out of the gate. So what I mean by this is I just got a client in Levine under contract. This house was on the market for 28 days. Okay. Beautiful home. I mean, it was built in 2019. The seller just had to build another house that's bigger, and they're selling this one. So they're making their moves on a seller's market, which any seller or buyer needs to do. I'll touch base with this, okay? And I was kind of surprised that it was on the market for like 28 days. So, we put an offer, lower price than it was listed for 435. We got it down to like 410. I believe it's 410. I'm sorry, I have a lot of offers that I've been writing. It was 410, but we got a really huge reduction, and we got the offer accepted just 4 days ago. So we're seeing some homes stay through the weekend. So if you're a seller, this is a seller bonus. Make sure you understand the market because it is changing a little bit in certain cities and zip codes. So before you start doing the price reductions, if you set the price right out of the gate, you still will get multiple offers and get it bid up a little bit. But if you're starting high, we're starting to see that price reduction happen across the board. Seller bonus number 8. Yeah, it may be time to sell and upgrade for profit. And the reason why I touch base on this is with the stats that I'm reading from the Crawford report and what I'm seeing on the market, and homes stay on the market a little longer, is you always want to make your moves. You want to be moving always in a seller's market. And the reason why I say that is you never want to buy in a buyer's market or balanced market, because that means that, there's more homes available than buyers. So when that happens, if the market tends to shift downward, so if you're looking to buy and the market's still shifting downward while you're losing value in your house. When you're buying in a seller's market, you sell, then you buy, and you still get that appreciation, right? And then when it turns into the buyer's market, it does come down a little bit, but you had bought at a higher point where you still got equity. So when it increases back into a seller's market again, then you start getting more appreciation. So just keep that in mind. It's a little investment tip that you want to do. Okay, so let's get into some buyer bonuses here for you guys. We only have 4,782 homes, okay, on the market today. So being a buyer is tough. A normal balanced market is 30,000. This means that no buyer or seller has leverage on either two. So for us to get to a balanced market, we need 30,000 homes. So we're going to be here for quite some time. Crawford report says 16 months. I'm saying maybe two years, 2.25 years. It's going to take some time, okay, for us to get to a balanced market. But you have to watch the cities and where you're buying in and where you're selling in. So just keep that in mind. Number 2, it is still a good time to buy. Yes. Is it hard as hell? Yes, it is. A lot of my clients are still getting outbid on the offers, especially if you're FHA or down payment assistance. It's a struggle, and it's still going to be a struggle. We have a lot of people coming in from out of state, so just stay in the game. You got to stay in the game, okay? Home buyer tip number 3. Home values are continuing to rise, and rates are going to continue to rise. Now, the federal government said that we're going to hold up a little bit, but I really do think they have to do something with this inflation issue. So the federal funds rate can't stay at 0, and they're going to have to raise rates soon. So if you're looking at new construction, keep this in mind, because when those rates increase, your payment is going to increase as well. So if you're locked in a new construction right now, or going to go get a new construction house, make sure you know the time frame, because if these rates increase and your payment, you want to be at a certain payment amount, that payment amount is not going to be it's no longer going to be that payment amount when you close on your new house, because your lender can't lock your loan until at least 90 days till the house is complete. So if you're building 12 to 14 months out, the federal government can come in with the swipe of a pen, increase the rates, and your payment just increased $200 to $300. So you have to be okay with that. So just keep that in mind. Number 4, like I said, you never want to buy in a buyer's market because your home value will decrease. Okay, I already explained that situation. Is you always want to be making your moves in a seller's market. So if you're thinking about selling and then going into the buyer position, well, we have the greatest game plan ever to do that. Okay, you can set your own rules, and we're still doing that and providing that to our clients who are selling and buying. Now, if you are thinking on the fence and you're like, I'm going to wait till the market goes down and try to get something better, well, you know what? You really kind of don't want to do that, because, like I said, if you buy on the buyer's market and there's more homes available, the market tends to trend downward and you lose that appreciation. If you're okay losing the appreciation and not worried about it, and you're going to stay there for the long period of time, well, then that's a different conversation. But most people are always looking for that value proposition of appreciation when buying a house. It's the number one asset you're going to buy in your life. You should make some money, not like we did in 2008, where everybody lost a lot of equity and lost a lot of money. Okay, so number 5, you want to always make moves in a seller's market. I've covered that pretty much through this video. The market is losing a little steam. Okay, it's not crashing or burning. I'm seeing a little slowdown, like I said, in certain cities, right? Zip codes. So make sure you hire somebody who understands all this data so you can actually write still a solid offer, but not pay too much over the list price. Also, if you're selling, you need to make sure you market your house right out the gate at a good price. Cromford says it's a seller's market for 16 months. I agree. I'm not going to fight with Tina Tamborn. She's a lot smarter than me from the Cromford report, but I'm thinking maybe another 2 years. Okay. I think 2 years. It just depends on what happens with these rates, right? If the rates change with the federal government, it's going to be 16 months or shorter, because you're not going to be able to afford as much home for the square footage, because once they change the rates, your payment goes higher, your square footage goes down. Okay, it's less affordability for you as a buyer. If you on the fence of buying a house, sell now and then get this appreciation for the next 16 to 2 years. This is my advice. If I wanted to sell, that's exactly what I would do. I would just get out now. Okay, I wouldn't wait to the top, because that's when it shifts to a buyer's market and then it's too late. My FHA and down payment assistance buyers are still getting outbid. If you're using these programs, it's tough. I understand. You just got to stay in the game, stay loyal to me. We'll find the house. Like I said, summer might be the time. This might be the time where we find you your house. People are traveling. People are out of, leaving on vacation. And there's a lot of buyers who don't want to be in this heat, because last week was hot. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness, it was fire. We have fires everywhere in Sedona. We have fires going in east of the valley, and then you bring in the sun heat. I mean, that heat was brutal last week. If you're in Arizona last week, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're moving to Arizona, be prepared, because it was brutal last week. Okay, so there's a shortage of homes. Tip number 10: time to buy if you can. 11, still don't write weak offers. Okay, you still can do. We're doing a little bit more inspections now on our offers. We're not waiving too many inspections now. We're seeing that we're doing inspections a little bit here and there. It just depends on the city, the zip code, and how the property looks and feels. But you're still competing with a lot of multiple offers, so just keep that in mind. Don't write weak offers. And everybody loves this statement: "Welcome to Calizona." I ain't knocking the Californians. They're coming here. That city's been, locked down. It's overpriced. Taxes are crazy, and they could sell there and come buy like 3 properties over here. So if you're looking to buy your first house, second house, you need to get in, because I do feel it's Calizona. It's turning into that Cali style with no ocean, but you can feel the vibe, right? You can see other like commercial buildings being built, like the California lifestyle, the California vibe, and we're seeing this in a lot of places. So that's kind of what's happening. That's kind of what's happening with the real estate market right now. You can connect with me here. There's my info. But let me touch base on some stuff here. Hold on real quick. Let me move this over. So I got some notes here, okay? So this is a section for buyers, okay? So home values are not expected to stop rising in the near future, and that interest rates are expected to eventually rise, okay? So we touched base with that, so be careful with that. Another buyer tip is that that's the end of the seller's market. It signifies the top of the price. So this means that once you see a lot more inventory at the top, that means the seller's market is done. And it starts going into a balanced market, and then it's going to start coming down. You never want to buy at the top of the market, because what happens is when it stays balanced for one, it starts going down, you're going to lose that appreciation amount in your house. So you always want to buy in the seller's market so you can get that appreciation. So when it does come down, you're still actually balanced on the balance line, right? and then it's going to go back up. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let me see here. The market is losing a little bit of strength, and that's just summer. I think a lot of people are leaving, out of state to get out of this heat, and we still got a lot of people coming in. Cromford says 16 months as a seller's market. I'm saying more like 2 years, 2.25 years to see what happens. And then also we're seeing forbearance programs. Like I said, 16 to 20% of the people who are in forbearance already sold their house. Like I said, I don't have the data for just Maricopa and Pinal County. I was trying to scrub it everywhere to try to find it. You can, so I'm gonna wait till this program ends, scrub the data and the tax records, see what happens, and then hopefully I'll have those numbers for. Man, I think it's gonna be till August or September, but we're gonna see what that makes a dent in our real estate market. So don't panic if you're a buyer. Don't give up. If you want to stay on the sidelines for like 30 days and take a break, I would, but I would still continue to push forward in buying a house, unless you really, really want to wait to see what happens. But if those rates change, you're going to buy a lesser square footage house for a higher price. That's going to affect your entire mood and your game plan, and you're just going to have to deal with that. We don't have that many homes for sale right now, and it's continuing to be hard. But if you're a seller, you have to really, really think about, okay, I want to price it right because I'm going to get into this buyer's market and buy at the same time, or sell, then buy. We have programs and know how to operate this situation. But if you were on the fence of selling and buying another house and upgrading, if your house is not functional, right now is the time. I'm telling you, 16 months to 2.5 to maybe 2.5 years for a balanced market. You want to get this appreciation going in, and you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines and losing money when you come back on the buying side. So I hope you enjoyed this report. I know it's a lot of information. I just want to give it to you for free like I always do. Once again, Victor Huerta, local real estate agent here. If you have not done so, click that likes button and the subscribe button so you can get notified once we drop the latest video. I mean, look at it. We're just bringing you the home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix real estate market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. So we will see you guys on the next video, my friends. Hey, do me a favor. Like that clown face. I made that thumbnail just for you. I love you guys, and you know where to reach me. See ya.
This is where they go for the real estate info. I'm here to lead and help you succeed. One thing that you'll learn about me is I'm on a mission to get the knowledge to the world when making decisions in buying and selling real estate.
Victor Huerta.
Remember my name.